Hmm. Hmm. And how is everyone doing? Let me see how I'm going to do this. Move everything out the way. I guess I will move. Wow, that didn't sound clear at all. Okay, so let me move a few things up. Okay, I'll move you. How should I? No, let me keep you on here. At first, I was just going to sit you on bed, but I'll just get you close by. That way, I change the view without me changing, sharing from my phone or my iPad. I'm gonna try to just use the computer's camera. Make a couple of changes. Turn the camera on first off. I hope it's gonna be good enough view. Hopefully, I've done this before. I'm really not sure what the view ended up being like overall. Um, I guess if I go back downstairs, I do have it set up where I got better view, but I don't use it much because I don't really go downstairs much. Now, I may end up sewing this downstairs because easier to sew on with my serger you're making when you're sewing with knits. Okay. Oh man. Okay. But usually this is my little setup when I'm upstairs. It's on my bed. Y'all, this is my bed. And this is like something I bought a few years back. Um for me to cut out on. Now the thing is up downstairs I have a uh use my downstairs I can use this, which is my rotary cup. I can't use my rotary cutter on this, but I do have a small mat. So if in case I needed to, I could pull out the mat and this and cut out. But it really slows me down when I do that. I'm gonna tell you the thing about sewing is patience. And I don't have much patience. You know, people say I have a lot of patience. I guess I do have it up until a certain extent, which I think for those who know me, I have it seems like I have a lot of patience up until I don't. And see, that's the problem. The problem isn't the patience part, it's what happens to me when I get fed up. That's the part, that's the bad part, right? When I get fed up. When I get fed up, baby. Okay. And so everybody has their limit and I have a limit. But when I reach my limit, I kind of just give up, I explode, or what I mean, now it's over. Like, and so that's why there's some things I cannot sew at all. Like for instance, um, yeah, if you wanted me to make you a quilt. Now there are quicker ways to make quilts. Thank you to YouTube University. I've seen some people making quotes quicker, okay, quicker, and they're giving out their little advice. And but it's just not really. Quoting is not something you do in a couple of hours. That's really like a couple of months, if not a few months. And that's the truth. And I don't have that patience. I'm more like I want to do something, get it done, and get it out the way. So I could probably do a few hours. Then I start getting fed up, and then it may go to the side if I'm not done with it, and I may pick it up later. Could be the next day, could be the next week, and it could be a few months, and it could be a whole year later. It could be a whole year later. I just finished the bag that I started last year. Last year, I just finished it. And the only reason is because when I didn't get it done in like 2 hours, I just like set it to the side. Now, and then when I set it to the side, I started other things. So yeah, so you gotta have some patience. But the thing is, though, when you create your own things, you can do it the way you want to do it. When you create your own things, it looks so good that you will continue to create your own things. And so what I'm about to do is I'm gonna make my grandson. So one of my son's birthday was yesterday. My grandson's birthday is coming up on Monday, and I wanted to make them a father son's shirt, but legally told me what he wanted me to make his shirt with. And I don't know if I have enough for his daddy. So I'm gonna do the elite shirt first, right? Because he's my favorite, okay? I only say that because he's the baby. And yes, he's the baby. Okay. So I I drafted the pattern today. That's what I've been doing most of the morning. And the sleeve. Okay. And the only thing I haven't done yet, which is the collar portion that go around the neckline, which I've already kind of wrote down what measurements I may need, and then I'll cut that out when I get to that. Okay. And I did when I drafted his dad. I actually started drafting his dad yesterday. Okay. I did his dad yesterday. This is his neckline. This is his sleeve, and this is his back piece, and this is his front piece. Now he wouldn't. I need to go before I sew his up anyway. I need to go and get his exact measurements because the last time I took his measurements was last year. Okay, and so and then I'm gonna use the same pattern for my husband and my oldest son as well. So this is a grown up. I can even make me a shirt with this pattern. Okay, so I did it kind of on the extra large, and I can always add to it if I need to add more width to it. But this is a t-shirt, and t-shirts is made with knit fabrics. We're gonna talk about that in a moment. So I'm quite confident that this is a good size for everybody in the family. If I have to make it smaller, I could by simply just making a larger seam allowance. Okay. Um. So I did do it on the large side, and I can always take it in if I need to. Okay. I was gonna make a video showing how to draft this, but um, yeah, I just didn't, right? Because I'm not fine. A lot of people not really into drafting at this moment. We have a lot of people who like patterns. Okay, they like patterns. I'm saying nothing wrong with patterns. Patterns is beginner. Once you get out of the patterns, uh, once you understand patterns, then you should pick up a pen and a ruler and draft it out yourself. Right? You would clearly, definitely understand once you mess with patterns long enough. Patterns is like I didn't grow up seeing patterns in the house. You know, I didn't see that. They were expensive. They did exist. I'm not saying they didn't exist, but they were expensive. They on the expensive side when all you needed was some paper and a pen. And then the clothes came out better anyway. Okay. So I'll do a challenge. I think a challenge needs to be done, especially sewing. Anybody who thinks that buying clothes off in the store is better, I offer a challenge. Um, Maybe I could choose something like a t-shirt. A t-shirt is simple, right? You have t-shirts that you've been used to buying. I bet you if I make you one though to your body measurements, it would just look so completely different. You know, I cannot buy anything off the rack that fits me. Nothing. Okay. Even if I show you what I have on now, which I will, I'm gonna come here. I have on a robe, right? And my my shoulder. Let me see if y'all can see. My shoulder is here. This is my shoulder. This is the end of my shoulder. But the shoulder is way down here. That is like 5 inches from my shoulder. That's like a whole 5 inches. That's the shoulder could be a short sleeve on me. It could be it's where the short sleeve may fall on me. Okay. Everything I buy is like that. If I buy a shirt, the shoulder don't fall where it's supposed to be. The hip line don't fall where it's supposed to be. So the waistline is falling at my hip line. Um, and so that's why I don't fit right. Um, I'm short. I'm short. And so even for the tall women and the tall men, you're tall, so things that should be all the way at your ankle when you want it at your ankle. I'm sorry, all the way down might be at your ankle or even higher up than that. Your hip line is higher up, or in some cases, the hip line is lower. You could be tall and still have a short torso. So we all are shaped differently, y'all. And, you know, that's what a tailor and people who made your clothes, it was made to your body measurements. And then they started doing this garments that fit this side to that side, which means it doesn't fit anybody correctly. And so we gotten so used to it as a society that we're walking around wanting to look like that model in that magazine. The only reason you don't look like that model in the magazine is not because you're not shaped like her or him. It's because your clothing don't fit like theirs do. So I advocate for you, even if you bought a shirt, a t-shirt, you buy it and you can still transform it and make it fit you. Maybe that's what I see. There are videos like that. I don't really have to get into that kind of stuff. But I mean, if y'all wanted me to show something like that, I would. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna get to this. So let me show you. Let's go to the fabrics. Okay, I want to show y'all a couple things. Okay, I'm just gonna throw some fabrics out there that I have near me. Okay, so this is a fabric. This is a fleece fabric. Okay, this is fleece. What does that? This is no. I'm sorry. This is flannel. Okay, this is flannel. It's a cotton, 100% cotton. It's flannel. It kind of has a soft vibe to it. People really don't make many clothing with it. I don't know why they used to. Um, you might make a jacket with it. It might even be a lining in a jacket. You make a hat, but this is not stretch fabric. Okay, it has a little stretch to it, a tad bit. It it it's stretching a little bit, you know. So I think I like this fabric. and it is really soft. I like soft fabrics against my body. Now, and these are knit fabrics. Let me show you, which y'all may refer to as t-shirt fabrics, and yeah, t-shirt fabrics. I have several colors. Okay, so this has a little stretch, and this has a lot of stretch. But this is a two-way stretch. Let me see. This is a two-way stretch. The white, it stretches a lot that way. It stretch more that way. See that stretch? That's a lot of stretch. And it has some stretch this way. So this is actually a four-way stretch. Okay, it's stretching four ways. One way is just a lot more than the other. Okay, this fabric here stretches that way, and it don't have any stretch this way. This is a two-way stretch fabric. Okay, so it is stretching this way, but it's not stretching this way. This is two-way stretch fabric. Okay, they're knits. So you got knits that have two-way stretch, and you have knits that have four-way stretch. Okay, knits are what you use to make t-shirts. And ladies, if you like, you know those, what they call them, dresses. They gave them a name, but they're fitted to your body. They gave it a name a few years back. I started noticing, but that's what those dresses are made, and they are the simplest dresses to sew. If you sew them with knit, oh my god! Like, first of all, it's gonna curve to your body because it's stretch fabrics, right? So it's gonna curve to your body. You ain't gotta worry about doing any darts. You ain't gotta worry about. There's a lot of things you don't have to worry about now. Sewing with darts, that's another. Sewing with knits with a regular sewing machine, it's doable. You just need to know a few tricks to make it really nice. But yeah, you could throw knits on the regular sewing machine and sew. Yes. Okay. So this is now at first I thought this was navy, but when I see it against this looks black. And because I like the colors start getting confusing to me. Because see, this is black. I know that this is black. And the reason I know that this is black because it's dull. Like this is like dull, and I can see that it's black. Now this one is a little tricky to my eyesight because it does have a shine to it. These two look different, but the only reason they look different could be because one's shining and one's not, right? But I don't know. I won't like I would to me to honestly just look black. And then sometimes to me just look navy. Okay. So I'm gonna go that is black. See, when I put it close to this blue line, I'm not sure if you can see this blue line here. It looks like it could be that color, just dark navy. See, and I don't keep up with my some of my fabric listings. Right now, we know this is blue. This is blue. So see, this look black. This one look like it could be in dark navy. But essentially, it doesn't matter, depending, right? It really doesn't matter when you're making your own things. And so I have some other pretty knits here. I have when I saw this, I fell in love with it, and I was thinking I'm gonna make me a dress. You know, the dress that I was saying it's gonna be long, it's gonna be fitted, and then I didn't. Okay, and then I haven't used. I don't even. I think I did make a little girl. I made headbands with this, and I think I ended up making like a little set for a little girl, like maybe a skirt with a matching headband. And that's the only thing. So I lost some of the fabric from this by using it. But It's not like it's hard to find. I hope not. Anyway, the last time I went shopping for some fabric, I think I may have seen this. I also have this in black and gray, which is that this is like that snake print. And I just fell in love with it. I like pink. Yeah, pink is like one of my favorite colors, even though I don't have anything in pink. Even though I know it's my favorite color, I look really good in pink. Um, but yeah, when I bought it, I did buy it for me to make something for me, and I haven't made anything for me. But look, you might think that this is good for a woman, but this will be good for a man too. You'll see. I also have some. This was Joann's, and it looks like it was a what they call it. It's on a table where it's not a full yard, and they sell it, and you get a discount on it. And so it looked like it's stone washed, or maybe what they call it where they put the rubber band on it, and let me see, does it say it? No, it's not telling me the word that I'm thinking of. But this does say white, gray. Um, it has 88% nylon and 12% spandex, which make it a knit, right? And it is not a full yard. It's a little more. It looks like it might be a quarter of no, 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 no. 6.667. That's less than. That's more than half, but less than. It might be about 5/8 of a yard. I could measure it and tell y'all, but just based on that number right there, um, it's less than a yard. Okay, it is less than a yard. Um, and so when they have less than a yard, they put it on sale. They'll put it in this little section, roll it up, and so they could get rid of it. And so I saw it. When I see knits like that, I grab them up. Okay, when I see knits, I'm not letting them go, baby. I don't let them go. And what else? When I see denim, if I see denim in that area, I grab that up too. And if I see, um, there's a certain few things that if I see, even if I don't have no idea what I'm gonna do with it, and it has to be at least a certain amount though. Like if this was a very small amount, I wouldn't have dealt with it. It needs to be at least large enough where I can make something with it. Like if it's knits, where I can at least do a sleeve. I don't even need to do two sleeves with it. If I could do one sleeve with it, then I'll grab it up. Sleeves take a lot of fabric. I'm gonna show y'all that in a minute. Um, and you don't have to have both your sleeves the same color. And I'm gonna show you that in a minute too. But that's how I'm gonna make a little shirt. Okay. And then I have some of this. It looks to be peach. How they are they listing it? This is rayon spandex. Um, and they calling this peach skin, and it's a knit. Okay. Now, is it a this look like a they only have a little bit of spandex in here. In fact, it tells me that's why I like to keep these on, right? This only has 8% spandex. So that means it only gonna stretch for so far. Okay. 8% spandex, it gives it some stretch. And whether it's two-way or four-way, it's still gonna be limited in its stretch. So, but it's still nice for a t-shirt. Um, yeah, it has enough stretch where to be good for a t-shirt. It also be good for bodycon. Is that what they call them skirts? Bodycon. That was called every. At first, I thought that was a brand name, and then I started seeing what they were calling all the skirts bodycon. And maybe they do that because it contours the body. Maybe. Now that I'm saying the name, that makes sense, right? And so if I made a t-shirt using this fabric, I can use this as the body portion, right? The front and the back. And then I could use this as the sleeve, or I could do one side. I could do one side of the body, this, and the other side of the t-shirt, this. It's called color blocking when you do things like that. Okay, that's what it's called, color blocking. And that's what we're gonna do with Leaky's. And I'm gonna tell you all why in a minute. And then I have some ribbon. It's called ribbed fabric, and it's also made of t-shirts. Y'all may have seen it. It looked like it had little ridges in it. You can't see it probably on here, but and it has some stretch too. And usually these things are usually the collar. Even if it's not the full shirt, it'll be the cuffs, uh, the collars, the necklines. You know, if it's on the pants, it could be the waistband, or it could be a cuff by the ankle. I forget what they call it, y'all. I'm not even thinking right now. So that's what this, a little bit of white. I have some white. Look like I used it, the white. So I used to have more than that. But I think when I bought this, it also was um, a little piece like this. Okay, that's why it's not a lot. Because I know I haven't sewn with much with this. I do remember making something. I can't remember what. I make so many things. Oh. And I've had this for a little bit, and I don't know what I made with it. I can't remember, but I do know that I didn't use it. Oh, that's my sister. Hello? Hey. Hey. You busy? I was online. What's wrong? Something going on? No, anything going on. Oh. Somebody tried to break in here. What? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I'm in the stream. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Hold on. Okay, y'all. I'll be back later to do this stream. Okay.